Alright guys, welcome back to another war. We got 13 fights, 12 that I was assigned. One of them I did at the last second, and it's a pretty cool one as well. We're going to start off on path 1. You know, I'm running 2 accounts in the same battle group. We're going to go first with Apocalypse on path 1 against Scarlet Witch. I did try to start with an advanced power boost, and she immediately stole the power, which is really awesome. Thank you, Scarlet Witch. So we're just going to go ahead. I think we throw special ones just on the off chance that she tries to steal, like she steals our power again. She does get the flourish buffs, so we're going to try and find some openings to hit into the block to remove them. There we go. We also get the block break stun, and then we'll go with the heavy after that. And at this point, I'm just going to chain on the special ones. And should be enough to take down Scarlet Witch. I am going to take a little bit of poison damage and take a nice combo to the face there. Was not trying to do that. Obviously, there are a couple times this war where I end up taking a combo to the face. But that is not the goal. And but that's fine. We're going to go ahead heavy, keep on the poison and the weakness. The bleeds are up there. Throw another special one, and that is going to do it for Scarlet Witch. That was on node 4. Next up, node 13. We got Killmonger on Masochism, going with Apocalypse. And just have to be aware that when you do put the debuffs on, that he is going to gain some power. Also, I'd like to start with an advanced power boost so we can get to a special 2. Get the concussion on him, and then there's less chance of taking the, I think, the reverb damage as well. So I don't really play around the reverb too much. I just kind of make sure I can get that special 2 on. After that, he's pretty much halfway done. We're going to evade that rest of that special 1 counter. We got all 4 debuffs up now, and Killmonger is just about finished. Just do another parry heavy. Do we have to bait anything else? No, done. Alright, next up we got path 3 in section 1. We got Venom first on node 6. We've done this before with Hulkling. This is the spaced armor, where there is a chance, like it's not a chance, when if he procs a armor up anytime you hit into someone with an armor up active, you are going to be special locked for 6 seconds. You can still gain power, but you won't be able to throw a special. He's also a global defender, so he gets those flourish charges when you block his hits. But here, we're just waiting for him to throw a special. He's being really aggressive. I get clipped a little bit. We've triggered a regen, so at least we're going to get some healing back up. He finally throws that special one, but he gets an armor up. So I have to be a little extra careful. Got to wait. If I hit in now, I have to wait out 6 seconds before I can trigger my special. But I'm going to go ahead and hit into his block. We trigger the unblockable, and then we hit him with a big special 2. Again, he's almost done, but just got to play it safe. One more combo, and down goes Venom. Next up, we got Nimrod on node 20. Now, this one is also, it's a Masochism node, Strike Counter Fury, Spaced Armor, but what we're going to do is we're going to go Hulkling, and we're going to try not to... we're not going to parry. That's the goal. There's no parries, and we're not going to use the heavy attack, which again it puts a debuff on, which we don't want to deal with. So we're just going to try really, really hard here. Play this guy stun immune. Get some nice counters there off of the special 1. Push him to another bar of power, and let's try and get ourselves an opening. There we go. Another counter, or another nice clean evade on the special 1, and we can get our openings by getting the unblockable hits and throwing the special through his block. So that works out really well with Hulkling. We're back up to a full yellow bar at this point. I'm not concerned at all here. There we get another opening by punishing him through the block. And Nimrod is just about finished. Alright, next up is Node 24. I was the most worried about this one. We're going to go Doc Ock against Bishop. It's got buff over time and vigorous assault, so if I trigger a buff, it's going to trigger a healing, and the healing is going to give him unblockable. But Doc Ock is a global attacker, so you're going to see that there is a chance that I apply a neutralize just on a regular hit, and I can get a small 2-second neutralize on a special. So there I've applied a neutralize. So now when I get that dexterity, because I applied that neutralize right before, I did not trigger my dex, did not trigger the healing, and the healing did not trigger the unblockable. So we get off the special 2, a nice big heavy, and he's done. So Doc Ock, amazing counter there with the new with the global node. Next up, we have a usual fight for us. We got node 32 Omega Sentinel. This one, if you hit in, you're going to apply bleeds. We're just going to go in with Nebula. Nebula can shut down Omega Sentinel as she is a robot. I'm just going to hit in, try and evade special 1s consistently without getting clipped while building up to 20 shock charges, or as close as I can to it. Go parry into special 2 and nuke down Omega Sentinel. That is the goal. So again, if I was getting a bit stuck in the corner, so I'm going to use a full combo to get out of it. I do need to also get to 2 bars of power. All right, we're at like 13 charges. Got to get off the wall here. There we go. We've got we evade another special 1. There we we weren't fast enough to go special 2 and convert, double up the shocks, but we are still going to get a ton of damage done on the special 3. Not my ideal rotation here. We're not able to completely nuke her out in one shot, but we've got more than enough shocks on. We get our shock charges back up, and really we can just parry and melt her down at this point. Put another 20 shocks on, and goodbye Omega Sentinel. Next up, Doom on node 42, but he does not have an armor up. If he doesn't have an armor up, there's nothing about these nodes except for the enhanced shock that are going to benefit him. So we're going to go in with Apocalypse. Go with my typical Power Start 1 boost. And what we're going to do is we're going to get immediately to a special 2. The special 2 is going to put on the concussion. The concussion is going to limit the aura on his special 1s, which makes him a lot easier to fight. You can see he throws that special 1. No aura. Don't have to worry about the shocks and getting doom slapped. So really, really, really nice fight with Apocalypse. And I think I even go for a full, close to a full dex on a special 2. There we get off the special 1. We've got the quadruple debuff up at the moment. There he goes to throw the... we get a full dex there. That was really, really nice on that special 2. Go ahead, parry heavy, refresh the debuffs, then go for a special 1 to finish it off. Another heavy attack, and special 1 should get us close to the end. There we go. Alright, next up is Thing. We've done Thing on node 46 with Apocalypse before. Same thing, I have the Power Start boost from the fight before. We've got Strike Counter, we've got Never Back Down, so if you back up twice in a row, you're going to trigger a regen. We do not want to give him too many regens there. There, of course, we missed the first parry, but it's just a blocked hit. And now we just have to manage his rock stacks, which are very easy with Apocalypse because you can just get bleeds on your heavy attacks, which are just going to lower his rock stack. So again, we go special 2, get up the degen and the concussion. Then we get off the special 1 with the poison and the weakness. We got the quadruple debuff going at this point. Heavy attack is going to maintain it. I just keep refreshing those debuffs. Let the special 1 do its thing. Just got to be careful that we have given him some block penetration, so we don't want to get hit too badly. Nice big heavy there. And we just build up to another special one. Bait out his. Go back in, and we're almost done. We just have to keep those heavy attacks, keep the rock stacks down below 15. They're still at 10. Got to be careful. And there we go. They're still sitting at 12. So one more combo and goodbye thing. That was a bit of a long one. Next one, we go path 1 in section 2. We've got this King Root on Reinvigorated, Unblockable, and Never Back Down. King Root, we're going to take it with Wiccan. Not the smoothest fight at the beginning, but because I get clapped with a heavy right off the bat. So that's just very frustrating. So we go ahead, 5-hit combo ending in a light, followed by 5-hit combo ending in a medium into the special 1. Try and keep the passive debuffs paused as long as possible. There, he gets me again. Very annoying. But now, once we get the fight in hand, we've got the Neutralize on, we've got the Incinerate on. Every time he throws a special, or if he gets his like Furies or Regens, then if we have the Neutralize up, we'll just go ahead and convert those into Incinerates instead. So Wiccan works really well. It's just a little slow. I don't want to deal with the special 2. I don't want to take a bunch of potential poison damage, but instead Wiccan does a perfect job here. Nice and slow and steady, but very, very, very reliable. Alright, next up in section 2, we've got a Mangog on node 40. If you've seen me face Mangogs before, you know it's going to be Doc Ock. As long as I can parry heavy, it's going to be Doc Ock. I don't want to trigger the key bits are, I do not want to trigger a buff. And so the issue is that so I don't want a dex, and at the same time I usually like to throw my special 2. The issue with the special 2 is normally it would trigger an armor up, and that would be something to worry about. But because I'm also putting on the charges, even if I do trigger the armor up, it's not going to trigger Buffet because I had the Neutralize on, and so the buff did not apply. So that's great. So we have to be a little bit careful here. We did let him throw a special. We're going to go ahead, throw in a full combo into the special 2. We got the Neutralize on. We got the Power Lock on. We're going to try and go for a quick parry heavy, get some really nice direct damage there. Parry heavy again, and one more time, goodbye Mangog. So super easy fight with Doc Ock. Next up, we got some boss action. We got this Peni Parker on node 50. This one is really gonna be slow. It's recovery, safeguard, indomitable. Hulkling is not gonna be able to get around the node. He's gonna be able to get around Peni very easily because he's immune to the power drain. But we're going to fast forward this one because it's basically she's got 200,000 plus health. We're hitting at about 2,000 every time. So it's like 100 hits to get down this Peni. There you can see I utilized hitting into the block with the unblockable special 2. But nothing else. It's just going to take a while to get this one down. So there's not much I can do here. I can throw. I think I throw the special 3, but it doesn't do any significant damage. It's hard to get around the damage cap here. So the fight does go into the final 2 minutes, but that's fine as long as we can get the solo. It doesn't really matter. And I didn't have any other fights I think planned for Hulkling. So even if he does lose a little bit of health on this one, it is not so bad. So a little bit of chip damage, that's for sure. But we're going to leave this one sped up because it's just too boring to go through this one over and over and over again. There you can see Penny keeps spamming those special ones. And even with the auto blocks, it's not so bad. Just go ahead, hit into the block. Remove the sync shield. Alright, one more special 2 should do it. Hopefully. Did I get the special 2? Yeah, but still have a few more hits to go. That damage cap is quite annoying, but I think in the end, not the worst. Next, we got Wiccan against Terrax on node 43. We've done this one before. He really just melts him down. The issue is that I'm going to get clapped right at the beginning of the fight. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But Wiccan doing Wiccan things, it's great. Oh, I think I get an accidental parry. That's what it is. I get an accidental parry here. Luckily, I had healed up, not all the way, but enough. And I survived that onslaught of a combo. We're going to get that special one off. Have to make sure that his rock field ends. I don't want to take too much damage there. Alright, we're going to bait that special one. Let's attack in afterwards. We finish with a medium into the special one. Apply some more incinerates. When the incinerates are applied, then we can get our stuns. He's got stun and vulnerability on the node as well. So just have to be careful that that timer is actually on cooldown. If it's like there, again, if it's on cooldown, we can go ahead and parry. Get some more special ones off. Try and mitigate, like we got some healing back, and Terrax just melts. So not perfect, but we got in there anyway. Next is a Conflictor Absorbing Man. We've already died to this fight. Combat Deja Vu. He's going to have some healing to deal with, but I have been working on my Absorbing Man gameplay. So you can see here at the beginning, he is going to get a bunch of healing, but we are going to be able to do this. I think if I had to take this fight, if I was actually assigned to this one, the Apocalypse, I think in the future, that will be no problem. So what I'm going to do is I am going to heavy counter his special one. That is going to deactivate whatever morph like phase he's in, either the Black Uru or the Magma. So, but it goes on cooldown for like 20 seconds, so you can't do that every time. But even still, we're going to go ahead, get the special 2 off. We need to try and mitigate his healing. We have the concussion, we have the degen on. There we go ahead. He's deactivated once again, heavy countering the special one. I am going to try and get up my own special one here. Now we got the quadruple debuff on the poison, the weakness, the degen, the concussion, and we can go ahead and mitigate some of the healing here. Keep up the parry heavies. Goes for that special 2. We're going to counter, just a one-hit counter there for a second. Go back into the heavies. I just want to make sure I don't lose my debuffs. Go for another special 1. And that should just about melt this Absorbing Man. So again, I think if I had to do this fight again, I'd be okay. I hope you enjoyed the war. 13 fights. It was a tight one, and we didn't come out winning on this one. But we're close to like 500 for the season. Kind of tough, but hopefully we'll win out a few more before the end of the season. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.